Hey guys, back again just to talk about my Playseat Trophy a little bit and how I ended up getting it more comfortable. So I've been fiddling with it for like at least two weeks now. I've tried every adjustment possible and I couldn't get it comfortable. And I was actually pretty worried that I might have to return it and I've already gotten rid of the box, and that was kind of dumb because I can't send it back to Amazon really without the box. Or I could try, but anyways, I finally hit that sweet spot after doing a lot of adjusting. And the biggest things were actually these two pillows. Now, the first pillow is just a gel foam pillow. And, I get these. I have one in my actual road car in Canada here. I just get these from Canadian Tire, and it's really, really comfortable. It's thin, so you don't want something thick on the chair because that will mess with your legs a little bit. So you do want a thin gel foam pillow. I would highly recommend that. The second thing is this lumbar support. Now, I hadn't thought of this at first. I initially got this for my wife, and she works from home a couple of days a week. And so without this, I was, you just lie on this mesh here, and I do have the lumbar support installed, which is just this here. And you lie back and it sort of just pushes against it, and that's your support there, right? It works a little bit, but it's not great. Because the chair is so low to begin with, I found like I was too close to the floor, and I wasn't getting the total support I needed. And people recommend putting a towel back there in between the support there, but I just kind of grabbed this and I said, okay, I'm going to see what it's like. And man, it makes all the difference having this thing. So this is just any lumbar support pillow. This is a Samsonite. It's pretty high quality memory foam, but you can get these anywhere really. And yeah, you can move it up a little bit. I usually do when I'm sitting. I sort of position it a little higher. You can strap it around so it stays in place. But and once I have this in, it's night and day. I'm so comfortable, and my back position feels way, way better. I don't have any of the stress I had before. So highly recommend this guy and this guy. That being said, if you're going to mount base shakers, do it this way. Here's a really, really good tip. You can get any Playseat Challenge, that's the old Playseat, the smaller one, Playseat Challenge brackets, and mount them to the seat frame of the Playseat Trophy. Because the Playseat Trophy seat frame is the same diameter as the challenge, the entire challenge. So I kind of discovered that by chance, and I had my old Playseat Challenge, and I had originally mounted these bad boys onto the big frame, and was using these, and they work really well. You get a nice shake throughout the frame, and it's still great. It works really well. I've got one on the other side. But I was dismantling my Playseat Challenge, debating whether to sell it or what I should do. And I just looked at it. I looked at the frame and I'm like, wait a minute. The frame of the Challenge is the exact... So I measured it first. And yeah, sure enough, this bar is the same size as the diameter of the Challenge. So you can use any Playseat Challenge mount and mount it to this bar on either side. So I just used my old mount. This is a custom one I had made for me, but you can buy them on Etsy. There are a ton of mounts, and I'm just running the BST 2s and it's the vibration through the frame of the chair is better than this guy and going through the whole frame. So I've got one on here and of course one on this side. And the beauty of it is it tucks perfectly. What you want to do is, when you're installing it, you can, take this out, and then you take the fabric out, pull the fabric over, and then you get to the frame here. And once you install the mount, you can just tuck the material right under it. And it looks perfect, man. Like, it's a perfect fit. I was a little worried at first it wasn't gonna work, but I couldn't be happier with it. Like, it looks really clean. You could probably get away with mounting it at different places too if you wanted, right? But I mean, this is honestly the best place, I think. So yeah, that's my tip for the shakers is, just use a Playseat Challenge Etsy mount and then mount them to your trophy. Sometimes it's hard. It took me a while to find a trophy mount. I contacted this guy and on Etsy, and we sized them up, and these are really tight and good and nice and secure, but it took a bit of work. I also had to buy these, and these are not cheap. So, but for now I'm leaving them on here, and I just have my Knob Sound Mini under here. The thing with the Knob Sound Mini is you don't want it connected to the chair anywhere, because if this starts shaking, it'll break really, really easily. I've had several of them break just from being shooken a little bit. These things are actually really, really cheaply made, and the electronics inside are delicate. So you do not want these shaking at all. That's why I have it on the floor, which is a little ghetto, but it works well for me. And that's just connected there. Another thing is I'm just going with the standard tray here. I did get a new bass recently. This thing is, excuse my language, fucking incredible. The Aesotec La Prima, and then I have a third-party wheel with a QR adapter, USB, and it's just connected right into the Aesotec, and it's fucking phenomenal. If you're thinking about getting a new bass, go with Aesotec. They're just, the force feedback is, the software is just incredible. It's like, I didn't think it would be that good coming from a CSL DD, but it's so much smoother and easier to position the car and feel the rotation, and like it just feels way better. The CSL DD is great. It's a great wheelbase. I've had it for like 3 years. I don't want to sell it. But this is where it's at, man. I did have to drill. I drilled 6 holes. I'm only using 4. It's a different millimeter pattern, 87 mil between holes. So it was a bit of a pain in the ass to mount, but I did get it all mounted, and it's looking pretty now. This is a third-party Dim Sim. Awesome wheel. The wheel is extremely light. Matched with this Aesotec base, it's just like a dream now. So yeah, I've become a big fan of Aesotec. And then I'm using the Sprint pedals. These also have rumble motors on them. Now, the only thing with the pedal tray is Playseat Trophy. It's a bitch to mount pedals to. If you want to mount the pedals individually, that's easy. But if you want to mount anything with a base plate, you'll have to take off the tray, which is pretty easy. You know, you can just unscrew these things. But then it's not easy because you honestly, you can't get to the screws really on the side here. You can't get your hand between this side plate and there. So you basically have to like put the screws in and then slowly drop it into place. And then hopefully just bolt everything from the bottom. So yeah, it's not easy, but it can be done. What I'm gonna do, I've got some other pedals coming just to test out, and with the base plate, and so I'm gonna put this between two chairs kind of thing, and then try to line it all up. So I'm still experimenting. I have this at like the small and medium position, so that works for me. I have the pedals themselves on the lower knob here. I don't like my pedals high. I prefer the GT position because my legs cramp up if I can't lower my legs. I feel like I have to, you know, gravity feels better when I can just have them in a GT position for me. So that's about it right now. Everything's nice and stable and secure. Like I said, the lumbar stuff is super important. That's what makes and breaks the chair, in my humble view. So I hope you liked the video, and I need to go to sleep and go to work tomorrow. So cheers, guys.